Well, a big 35th over signalling the start of Crickbuzz Combox. Two back-to-back sixes from KL Rahul of Ish Sodhi, who's the destroyer in a sense, who got rid of Virat Kohli. So just let's have a quick look at where things stand right now. 199 for 3, Shreyas Iyer going really well. We'll talk about him in a moment. Virat Kohli dismissed by Ish Sodhi for the third time this year by a leg spinner. But KL Rahul, quick word about him to start with. No matter where he's batting in the order, that form, he's just shown, okay, number 5, doesn't matter. Kohli's just got out, doesn't matter. He's just looking in that same sublime touch.
Sublime touch, as you say, and it's just a transformation from what 6 months ago. Everything that he was doing looked like, he's hesitating or he's worried about something. Now it seems like he's got a clear mind, looking at the ball and just playing. And he's playing with ease. I think confidence does that to you. And he's just grown in that confidence. He was always a fine player. I mean, I've always been a big fan, even the uncertainty of whether he's going to play, not play, where he's going to play. I think once that's gone away, it's made a big difference to his game.
And at the other end, Shreyas Iyer, he's again makes 50s for fun. We talked about how New Zealand have hardly played any one-day cricket, in fact, no one-day cricket since that World Cup. This is their first ODI for India. Just the reverse, they've played plenty, and Shreyas Iyer is picking up 50s again as a habit.
Look, I mean, and he's got a good habit. Once he gets in, he makes sure he makes the most of it. He's got opportunity after, I think, the World Cup when he went to West Indies. Not the greatest of attack, but, he got in there and he actually stamped his authority when he came in. He wasn't just scoring runs, but when he scores runs, he's dominating the attack as well. I mean, you're seeing that today as well. And I've always believed that, at international cricket, it's that cut shot. People who play that shot have a better chance of being successful. Any time that he gets room, he just smashes everything through that, vacant area, and he's looked good. Temperament is what you look for, and this man has got it.
And it helps, obviously, to have a good partnership with your captain yet again. 100 partnership between Virat Kohli and Shreyas Iyer, the third in 9 innings, to add to his 5th 50-plus score in 9 innings. So again, that was blossoming until that... was it a wrong one, you reckon, from Ish Sodhi that got rid of Virat Kohli to end this particular partnership? Or was it just something that straightened?
I think it wasn't a wrong one. You didn't see that, but, it was probably the top spinner. He didn't read it, or he probably played a different line. He expected it to spin, and, when a batsman gets out, there will be a mistake that you see. So either it's a line that he picked wrongly. I think it was probably more about that, and not that he was beaten with the googly or anything.
But there will be. I mean, it's inevitable that when you see the stats and you see 2 from Adam Zampa, 1 from Ish Sodhi, there will be people who will be like, is he having problems against leg spin? And the fact is, that the expression of his is priceless, no matter what. It's like, was I really meant to get out?
Yeah, because whether it's a leg spin or anybody, I mean, once he's got to 50, you expect another 50 coming. 100 is something that you're used to seeing. So he was a little surprised. I think the stats will show that, leg spinners have been getting him out, but go around the world, where is an off spinner? Anybody who's bowling spin today, 80% bowlers are leg spin, and somebody who bats in the middle order or gets out after 50, 60, there's a spinner bowling, invariably it will be a leg spinner around the world. So that's why probably the stats are looking that way. I guess if there were off spinners playing for each team, the stats would probably show off spinners.
Now, interesting, we talked through that 100 partnership between Kohli and Shreyas Iyer. Almost in the blink of an eye, it just seems a few minutes ago that Rahul came in. Partnership 44 or 41 already. And that just shows that India are heading for some sort of an ominous total.
You will need a big total here. So you're probably heading for 320? At least from here on, because you got enough batting to come, small ground. Except for Santner, I don't see anybody holding you back. If we don't get to 320, it'll have to be Santner who will probably play a part. He's got 3-4 overs left. So you're looking at 320. Rahul's looking comfortable there. Shreyas is going to hold the innings. You got Jadhav to come. You got Ravindra, and then you got Thakur Sahab as well. Thakur Sahab's been batting pretty well. This small ground, you need that score. I mean, I'm not saying the New Zealand are going to get there or the batting that they have, but that's the kind of total you need to actually get.
So 100 partnership, a 50 partnership is in the offing, batting to come, and well, 320. Quick look before we wrap up at New Zealand's bowling options. Santner, we know, has 4 overs to go. He's bowled a 6 for 29. So between the two of them, they've bowled their 10 overs. If he chooses to terminated there. But he keeps going back to Hamish Bennett for some reason. Obviously, you've got a new captain in Tom Latham. The two who have really stood out really are the all-rounders, giving them that bowling option.
Yeah, I mean, stats look okay, but the reason why you get to 320 is because at that period, it's just after the start of the innings where you had actually picked up a wicket at the top. I look at, the guys who bowl at 3-4, the middle overs, like when we had Kulcha. When you pick wickets, it makes a difference at the end of the game for that total. Not many wickets there, only economical, which neither did Kohli mind, neither did Shreyas Iyer mind. They were just hanging around. They were getting what they were wanting. So the stats look good, but I don't think these all-rounders were, they were penetrating or they would make a difference to this game.
Yeah, and just as we were talking, in the course of this Cricbuzz Combox, they brought up they brought up the 50 partnership. Oh, it works differently here. Big six from Shreyas Iyer off Hamish Bennett, somehow the go-to bowler. So Hamish Bennett brought up his 50, as did the 50 partnership between these two. So it certainly is looking like a bare minimum, 300, 320. But would you want more than that?
You'd want more than that, I mean, because you're in that position. I mean, look at the guy who's just walked in is, scoring at this rate. And, so when Shreyas gets going as well, and when you get closer and if you still have wickets in hand, this is a small little ground. And when the wicket is doing something, it's a different ground. But today, it seems like a nice flat wicket. So I think India would probably be aiming more than that. But 320 is a minimum that you should get, and I think you would get that.
Yeah, that's what we reckon. 320 certainly will make for an exciting run chase for New Zealand. But for the moment, it's the Indian batting on song.